this. Listen carefully. If you are under 30, what you do today will echo in every corner of your life tomorrow. Every choice, this. Every moment of focus, every habit you build now compounds into the reality you will live in a decade. Ignore this advice, this. And years from now, you might regret the opportunities you wasted, the discipline you avoided, the courage you never summoned, this. But listen closely. This isn't about fear, it's about power, this. It's about becoming unstoppable before the world even expects it. Most people under 30 drift. They follow trends, this. They wait for luck. But the rare few, they move with purpose. They learn when others scroll, this. They invest in themselves when others waste time, this. This is your chance to understand the rules that will govern your life. Not next year, not next month. Today, this. If you are under 30, the decisions you make now are far more powerful than you realize, this. Most people underestimate the importance of these years. They think that youth is meant for waiting, this. For experimenting without urgency, for drifting until life forces them into a direction they may not want to go. This. But the truth is simple. The earlier you take deliberate action, the further ahead you will be. Every habit you form, this. Every skill you learn, this. And every choice you make in these years is like planting seeds that will grow into trees bearing fruit for decades. This. Some of these seeds will bloom quickly, while others may take years. But the ones you plant now will define the shape of your life later. This. The problem is that young people often measure progress in visible outcomes, in money, recognition, or instant results, this, rather than in preparation. They chase immediate gratification, scrolling endlessly through distractions, this, comparing themselves to others and waiting for the right moment that never comes. But time does not wait, this. Life does not pause for you to feel ready, this. What you do in your 20s matters more than almost any other decade of your life because it is the foundation. Skills, habits, this, mindset, resilience, and understanding that you build now will act as leverage for the rest of your life, this. Those who grasp this understand the compounding power of early action. Think about it this. If you spend 1 hour every day learning a skill, reading, practicing, or creating something meaningful, this, it may seem insignificant in the moment. 1 hour is not enough to see a major change immediately, so most people quit this. But 1 hour a day over a year becomes 365 hours. Over 5 years, it is more than 1,800 hours. Over 10 years, it becomes 650 hours of deliberate growth. That is mastery in a skill that most people will never achieve. The difference between the person who acts consistently and the person who waits is enormous. This early action allows you to accumulate advantage while others are still hesitating. But early action is not just about learning skills or gaining knowledge. It is about building character. Every small effort, every disciplined choice, every act of courage in your 20s forms resilience, patience, and wisdom. You will face challenges, and some days will feel like nothing is moving forward. That is exactly when the seeds you planted begin to show their roots. The person who hesitates, waits, or relies on luck will face the same challenges unprepared. While the one who has acted early will already have the tools to navigate, adapt, and overcome this. It is also crucial to understand that early action compounds not just in skills or knowledge, but in opportunities. Life favors those who are prepared. The person who has cultivated discipline, confidence, and clarity in their 20s will naturally attract chances, networks, and possibilities that remain invisible to those who drift. Doors open to those who have worked for them in silence, not to those who wait for fate to intervene. The advantage of starting early is not simply in what you do, but in how it positions you to seize what life offers. Most people fail to act early because they fear failure, rejection, or making the wrong choice. But the truth is that doing nothing is the worst failure of all. Time passes regardless of fear or hesitation. The person who experiments, learns, and grows early may fail 100 times, but each failure is a lesson, a recalibration, and a step forward. By the time they are 30, they are already decades ahead in experience, understanding, and skill. The person who waited is only just starting. So if you are under 30, remember this: your life is not a distant story to be written later. It is happening now, and every deliberate action you take compounds into a future that others can only dream of. Start today. Learn, create, fail, reflect, and persist. Plant seeds that will grow into a life of mastery, freedom, and success. The power of early action is not theoretical. It is the invisible force that separates those who achieve greatness from those who only wish for it. Time is your ally, but only if you choose to act. Life will never be perfect. Circumstances will never align exactly as you wish. There will always be obstacles, setbacks, and moments when it feels like the world is conspiring against you. Most people let these circumstances define them. They blame their environment, their upbringing, their finances, or other people for where they are in life. But the truth is that your success and your happiness are not determined by the world around you. They are determined by the mindset you cultivate within yourself. Your mind is the battlefield, and how you think is far more important than what happens to you externally. Those who understand this principle have the power to turn adversity into opportunity, struggle into strength, and chaos into clarity. When you train your mind to focus on growth instead of limitation, you begin to see life differently. Challenges are no longer obstacles, they become lessons. Failures are no longer shameful, they become data, feedback, and a roadmap for improvement. Every difficulty becomes a teacher, every disappointment a guide, and every restriction a chance to innovate. Circumstances are never permanent, but the way you respond to them shapes your future permanently. The person with the right mindset is always a step ahead, even in situations that seem hopeless. Your mindset determines how you spend your energy, what you believe is possible, and how you act under pressure. If you believe you are a product of your circumstances, you will wait for permission, for luck, or for the perfect moment. You will drift through life, reacting instead of creating. But if you believe that your mindset shapes your reality, you begin to take control. You start to look for solutions instead of excuses, to take responsibility instead of placing blame, and to move forward even when the path is unclear. Your thoughts, beliefs, and internal dialogue become the engine that drives your actions and ultimately your results. Most people underestimate the compounding power of mindset. The small decisions you make each day are filtered through your mental lens. If your mindset is limited, small setbacks will derail you. If your mindset is strong, small wins will snowball into momentum, and obstacles will fuel your determination. Developing the right mindset is not about thinking positively all the time or pretending problems don't exist. It's about clarity, resilience, and intentionality. It's about training your mind to see possibilities where others see dead ends, to remain calm where others panic, and to act decisively where others hesitate. Mindset also governs your relationships, your work ethic, and your capacity to seize opportunities. The same external circumstances produce different results for different people because of how they approach life internally. Two people may have the same resources, face the same challenges, or live in the same city, yet one will rise and the other will remain stagnant. The difference is not luck or talent, it is mindset. The person who focuses on learning, on growth, and on taking responsibility will find ways to thrive, while the person who focuses on obstacles, excuses, and external limitations will remain trapped. Finally, this mindset is the ultimate investment. You can earn money, acquire skills, and gain experience, but without the right mindset, none of these will lead to lasting success. With the right mindset, even the smallest resource can be transformed into extraordinary results. Challenges become opportunities, failures become lessons, and life becomes a canvas on which you can create your future intentionally. The external world will always present difficulties, but your mindset will determine whether those difficulties break you or elevate you. If you are under 30, now is the time to develop the mindset that will shape the rest of your life. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop waiting for things to be just right. Invest in the way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the perspective you carry into every situation. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess, far more valuable than money, talent, or connections. Master it, and no circumstance will ever have the power to control your destiny. Your mindset determines your reality. Train it, protect it, and act from it every single day, because how you think now shapes everything you will achieve tomorrow. Doubt is one of the most dangerous forces working against young people today. It creeps in quietly, often disguised as caution or reason. It tells you that you are not ready, that you are not capable, or that the risks are too high. It whispers that you should wait for the right moment, for more experience, or for some external validation before taking action. And while doubt may seem like a friend protecting you from failure, in reality it is a thief that steals time, opportunity, and potential. The moment you allow doubt to dominate your mind, your focus shifts from growth to hesitation, from action to worry, and from possibility to limitation. If you are under 30, the stakes are high. Every day you let doubt control you is a day lost that you can never recover. The 20-something years are not a time to wait, they are a time to act, to experiment, to learn, and to build the foundation of your future. Growth requires courage, persistence, and relentless focus. Practice. It requires that you push through fear, that you take steps even when you feel uncertain, and that you dedicate yourself to becoming stronger, smarter, and more capable than you were yesterday. Silence your doubts, because they are the only real barrier between where you are now and where you could be. Silencing doubt does not mean pretending it does not exist. It means recognizing it, confronting it, and refusing to let it dictate your choices. Every doubt is an opportunity to test yourself, to challenge your assumptions, and to grow stronger. When you feel the hesitation, ask yourself, is this doubt based on reality, or is it based on fear? Often you will discover that your fear is louder than the truth, and your hesitation is based on imagined obstacles rather than real ones. By training yourself to act despite doubt, you build resilience, confidence, and clarity. Each time you move forward in spite of uncertainty, you prove to yourself that growth is possible, that fear is temporary, and that action is far more powerful than hesitation. Focus is equally essential. The modern world is filled with distractions that dilute your energy and scatter your attention. Social media, constant notifications, comparisons, and the pressure to keep up all work to prevent you from achieving true growth. But the person who silences doubt and sharpens focus develops a laser-like ability to concentrate on what truly matters. Growth does not come from being busy, it comes from being deliberate. It comes from choosing one path, one skill, one mission, and committing to it with consistency and intensity. When your mind is focused, your actions are magnified, and the results you achieve far exceed what you imagined possible. Another key to silencing doubt is surrounding yourself with influence that reinforces growth. The people you spend the most time with shape your thoughts, habits, and beliefs. If you are constantly exposed to negativity, skepticism, or complacency, doubt will thrive. But when you surround yourself with disciplined, ambitious, and focused individuals, doubt loses its power. You begin to internalize their mindset, their habits, and their belief in action. You learn to see challenges as opportunities, to embrace discomfort as training, and to view every day as a chance to become better than you were yesterday. Silencing your doubts and focusing on growth is not a temporary exercise, it is a lifelong discipline. It requires constant vigilance, self-awareness, and the courage to choose action over fear. But the rewards are extraordinary. The young person who masters this skill gains clarity in decision-making, strength in adversity, and unstoppable momentum in life. Every day becomes an opportunity to compound skills, knowledge, and experience. Every challenge becomes a step toward mastery. Every failure becomes a lesson rather than a defeat. If you are under 30, remember this: doubt is natural, but it is not inevitable. Growth is your choice, and it demands that you silence the inner voice that tells you to wait, that tells you to fear, and that tells you to settle. Focus on action, focus on improvement, and focus on becoming the person you are capable of being. By doing so, you will unlock doors that hesitation and doubt would have kept forever closed. Your future depends on what you cultivate in your mind and in your life today. So act decisively, persist relentlessly, and let growth be your ultimate guide. Patience is often misunderstood as passivity or waiting for life to hand you opportunities. But there is a profound difference between idle waiting and strategic patience. Strategic patience is an active, deliberate discipline that requires vision, preparation, and the willingness to invest time in the foundations of your future. It is about understanding that life's most meaningful rewards are rarely instant, and that the efforts you make today may not yield immediate results, but will compound into extraordinary outcomes over time. If you are under 30, mastering this form of patience is one of the most powerful advantages you can cultivate. The world moves fast, and young people often feel pressured to achieve everything immediately. Social media, peer comparisons, and the constant visibility of other people's successes create the illusion that success is a sprint, not a marathon. Many abandon long-term plans because they see no instant gratification, mistaking patience for stagnation. But the truth is that meaningful progress, mastery, and true achievement are always the result of careful, consistent effort compounded over time. Strategic patience allows you to act now while keeping your eyes on the bigger picture, ensuring that your energy is not wasted on distractions or fleeting trends. Strategic patience is not passive resignation. It is deliberate action with foresight. It is about preparing quietly while the world chases quick wins, building skills, knowledge, and character before announcing your results. Every day of consistent learning, disciplined work, and thoughtful planning strengthens your position for the moments when opportunity finally aligns with readiness. Those who understand this principle often achieve more by the age of 30 than others who have rushed without strategy. The key is to focus on what matters, to trust the process, and to remain disciplined even when external results are slow to appear. One of the greatest challenges of strategic patience is resisting the temptation to compare yourself to others. When you see peers achieving early fame, wealth, or recognition, it can be tempting to abandon your own path and chase what seems easier or faster. But strategic patience teaches that your journey is unique, and the seeds you plant today will bear fruit according to your vision, not the timeline of others. Those who are patient invest in compounding advantage, skills that grow stronger over time, relationships that deepen with trust, and a mindset that becomes unshakable under pressure. Another crucial aspect of strategic patience is understanding timing. Action without timing can lead to wasted effort, frustration, and burnout. By practicing patience strategically, you learn to act decisively when the moment is right and to prepare in advance for opportunities that will come in the future. This patience is not passivity. It is the silent accumulation of power, skill, and clarity while others rush impulsively. It is the ability to position yourself where others cannot reach and to move with precision when conditions are optimal. Patience also builds resilience. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable. Those who practice strategic patience do not allow temporary failures or delays to shake their commitment. Instead, they use every obstacle as a lesson, refining their strategy and strengthening their resolve. Over time, this combination of preparation, persistence, and patience creates a foundation so strong that when breakthrough moments arrive, they are not just ready, they are unstoppable. For anyone under 30, understanding and embracing strategic patience is a form of leverage that few appreciate. It allows you to invest in your future without being distracted by the fleeting desires of the present. It transforms small, consistent actions into extraordinary outcomes, and it ensures that when opportunity arises, you are not scrambling to catch it, but are ready to step forward with confidence. Life rewards those who prepare quietly, act intentionally, and trust the process of compounding growth. Strategic patience is not a limitation, it is freedom. It allows you to focus, to grow, and to build momentum in a world obsessed with instant results. By mastering this principle, you gain a perspective that most people will never have and create a trajectory for success that is nearly impossible to derail. If you are under 30, learn to act with purpose, wait with wisdom, and build a life where every effort compounds into something extraordinary. Your patience, when paired with action, is not a delay, it is a power that shapes your destiny.